All right, Aquarius, you have some really beautiful cards here. So this week from Lay Vampire, you pulled Love Conquers All, Enduring Loyalty, Eternal Love, and Lasting Commitment. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Renewal. Now, Love Conquers All, the blessing here says that love is a miraculous state. And some loves are so powerful that destinies change and lives are remade in the crucible of its fires. Working with this card talks about how love can be renewed, reignited, and enduring. It also talks about how it is a powerful force and that you need to give it a place of honor in your life, your home, and your work. Love is all there is. And then on top of that, you have renewal. So for some of you, this is going to be a renewal in love. And love can mean a love for what you're doing, for people in your life. But renewal, the best part about this is the card at a glance. It says you're being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is a time to start again and grow a strong foundation. Now, the inspiration says what appears to be an end may not be one after all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. The personal question asks, are you positive in the face of change or defeated? Am I ready to step into the new me? The key ideas are sourcing from a more beneficial place with Love Conquers All, absolutely. This also has to do with feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, and unexpected blessings. Now, with Love Conquers All being there, I do think that for some of you, there's going to be a renewal of love in your life. A love for what you're doing, a love for the people in your life. All right, Aquarius, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. Very nice. Very, very nice. So the Fool. That leap of faith, right? What I love about this is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you don't know what's going to happen here. When you're talking about renewal and heading out on a new path, the Fool has no idea what the hell is going to happen, what they're going to experience, but it doesn't matter, That's where that leap of faith comes in here. But, the best part about the Fool, though, is, this is the protagonist of the entire deck, right? To me, it represents the clean soul. Going into something without any preconceived notions of nothing, right? If you're going to take that leap, do it all the way. Oh, wow. And in the past, the Wheel of Fortune, hell yeah, and the time is right for it. It looks great. So I think for some of you, if you're looking at repeating cycles, yeah, absolutely with the Wheel of Fortune. But, when the wheel starts to turn here, it suggests that it's in a positive way. When I look at it and you're looking at, 1 through 10, and you're getting to the Wheel of Fortune, it's talking about going again here. But this is where you have learned the lessons of the past, going from 1 to 9 and now coming to completion here. But something new starting again for you, absolutely. And the timing is right. It looks good. And wow. So in the present, the 3 of Wands. And again, and I've always tied these two together because traditionally, you're looking out over the cliff here. Now, with the 3 of Wands, you should already know what to expect. You started putting things into motion here. When you're looking at the long term and that's what you're focused on, then that's what you should expect to see. Now, for some of you, you're waiting to see how something is going to develop. I feel like you're definitely taking, the new path with the Fool, absolutely, but something feels right about this. It's right. It is the right time to start doing this. You're putting things into action here and you're starting to see how it's going to develop for you. And for some of you, it's still kind of a waiting game here, but it doesn't look bad. It looks really good. Future conditions. So you're still kind of waiting. Now the Hangman, geez. All right. So when you're looking at the Hangman underneath all of this, this to me is saying that, you've taken the action. You have, for sure. You started it, at least. Now, the Hangman is just basically saying that you're doing a little bit more waiting, but then, there are some things here too that I feel like, you need to see more of. You know, when I see the Hangman, I think of somebody who is unable to make any clear decisions just yet because there's more to see. There's more to know. There's more to see, right? Now, I don't think that this is a situation here where you kind of leap and then grab onto the edge like, oh shit, pull me back up. I just think that, you know, you're still waiting to see how things are going to develop here before you know the right way to move forward. The Hangman's not a bad thing. I just think that there's still there's more that you need to see yet. There may be more potential than what you realize with the Three of Wands. And maybe that's what you need to be doing here during this like downtime where you're kind of waiting, is, you know, give yourself a minute here to like see things even further than, you know, what you're looking at right now based on the actions that you took. Your best path to follow, Temperance. Have a little bit of patience. Have a little bit of patience. I think you're doing the right thing. Absolutely. And you have guidance around you. You're being guided to take the right steps for sure. But, you know, Temperance being there again, patience, moderation, and balance. And what I love about this card is that you kind of see the mixing of the fire and the water and it creating a rainbow, right? There's still more for you to see here. And I think you need to just be a little bit patient with what's developing, you know, but eventually things will start to unfold. And it looks perfect. It does. In your environment, the Two of Pentacles. So now, this may be where, you know, the waiting game is happening, is because you may be, you know, juggling a couple of different things here. Now, what I like about this deck is, you know, she's happy. She's happy that she's able to maintain this balance. But my problem is if you've got so many different things going on, you know, maybe now is the time for you to start looking at what you can put aside here that can be dealt with later. So you don't feel like, oh, I'm going to drop something, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, if you're starting a new project here and you're looking at the long term, you know, maybe you need to just hang out and be patient and wait and see how things are going to develop here. But then also what you need to be looking at too here with the Hangman is, you know, what is it that you feel like you're constantly balancing out here? You know, what is it that you can just kind of put aside for a minute? Like, it's not that important. I'm just going to set it right here for a second. I will come back to it once I've gotten some other things under control. And it's minor, you know. And if for some of you with the Wheel of Fortune heading down this way, you know, again, the timing is right here. You need to kind of clear up the things that you've been juggling around that you really don't need to be anymore. You know, especially if you're looking big here, or looking long term in what you're doing. But it's minor to me, you know. And then on the other hand, for some of you, you may be happy that you're moving into a situation where you can evenly balance things out though too. Oh, your hopes and your fears. And there you are. You know, it's funny because I have a love and a difficulty with the King of Swords. He tends to show up a lot for, you know, people who are having difficult relationships. Now, in terms of your own energy, I think it's a beautiful card representing Aquarius. You guys are such clear communicators. You see things so clearly. And the way that you make decisions is based on, you know, fact. You have emotions, absolutely, but you're smarter than that to allow them to cloud your judgment. You know, and this may be a time for you to really tap into your own power here. Now, for some of you, yeah, you could be dealing with another person, and there may be somebody else that you're kind of like waiting on and working with, possibly here with the Three of Wands. But I do love it in terms of your own energy. You know, I think that whatever it is that you're working toward, especially in terms of communication, you look really good. You know, if you're waiting to see how things are going to develop in a situation that, you know, you're starting new here, Your communication skills are going to be perfect. That's one of the big things that I pick up with that. But then not only that, but you're in a beautiful spot in terms of the way that you are thinking. So even if you are looking long term, you're looking at it in a way that is clear. It's absolutely clear. You know, and again, he's the uncorruptible king, right? And I think it's perfect energy for you guys. Oh, and then the outcome. Well, now, see, now for me, the feeling around this has to do with, you know, you working with people, right? Now, on the other hand, looking at the Three of Cups in this situation, for some of you, you may be waiting to hear from other people here that you may be communicating with and wanting to work with, and it looks really good. Now, on the other hand, this could just be the support system that is around you. Your friends are there for you, even in the moments where you feel like you don't know how to move forward here with the Hangman. You have support, and it looks really good. It really does. I don't even want to clarify it because to me, it's perfect. It's beautiful. For some of you, you know, you're looking to work with a group of people for sure. You know, and either way, these people are going to support your vision. But there is kind of a waiting period, though, that I think is happening here, too. I think that you're clearly communicating what it is that you're wanting to do here. You know, there may be a couple of different projects that you may be having to, like, balance out here that have to do with some other people. But even if this is just you working on your own, you are surrounded by beautiful people who support what you do. And it looks really good. Amazing. It's amazing. And for a lot of you, it's a renewed love and maybe a new project here. And the time is right. The time is right for you to do this, you know. Be open and strength. Very nice, very nice. Be open. Be open to, you know, the new ideas, the new creative ideas. Be open to, you know, kind of having a little bit of patience with how this is going to develop, right? Just be open to all the communication and new things that you receive. Clarity. Absolutely, you have clarity with the King of Swords being there, of course. I mean, that goes without saying. Strength. Being strong when it comes to what you're wanting to see here, you know? And even in the moments where you're not really sure on how things are going to go, I think that, you know, you being able to tap into your strength here is going to help you out tremendously. But I also feel like some of you are getting some strength from people that do support you and care about what you're doing. It looks good. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Very nice. Very, very nice. For those of you who are single, you may be meeting somebody that you have a lot of passionate feelings for. And they're worth exploring, and it looks really good. I mean, just looking at the two, I'm like, yeah, yes, yes. And the timing is right, and it looks really good. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So, you know, again, going back to renewal, you know, for some of you, when it comes to a relationship here, there needs to be a little bit of forgiveness, but it doesn't look bad, you know. But when you let go of the past, definitely that's how you begin to move forward. I've always said that with forgiving, it's more so you needing to forgive yourself. You know, it's one thing to forgive other people, but really what we're doing is forgiving ourselves for, you know, being put in that position to be hurt in the first place. You know, but to me, it's suggesting that not just you, but, you know, your partner is learning from the situation too. And again, renewal in love. It may be a renewal in love here once you start, you know, moving forward from the past. But this one, I like Aquarius just because, you know, this was easy peasy for me. It feels good. The timing is right for you to take a new path in life. Relationships look fine. The Three of Cups looks like a really good thing. You know, you may be waiting to hear from some people, but, you know, I do feel like that whatever it is that you're working toward here, they definitely support what you're doing. All right, Aquarius, this one looks really good. Really, really good. So definitely the timing is right here for you to start something new. I love seeing the two of these together. I do feel though, like for some of you, this is a renewal of a new cycle, a renewal of love for either people in your life or the things that you're wanting to work toward here. And I love that this is how you opened up. Now, if it's a repeating cycle here, there's a renewed sense of wanting to continue working with something, whether it's a job or a new project. For some of you, I feel like it's a new project here, looking at the Fool and then the Three of Wands. You know here what to expect, right? You should already know. And it doesn't matter whether the ships are coming in or out, right? Like I've always said that with that card. But, you have started the project here. You have started something new, whether it's a new job, new project, new relationship, whatever it is here. There is still kind of like a waiting period looking at the Hangman underneath this. And I think that, when you're in this downtime here, when you may be waiting for communication, the reason why I say that is because I feel like you are communicating with other people, especially with the Three of Cups being there. But with the Hangman, when you're in that downtime, look at the things that you are managing. And ask yourself, what can I set aside here that, I'm not going to feel like I've totally cast aside and didn't take care of? Like what can I just set aside and deal with later? Like it's okay to just put it aside for a minute. I will come back to it when I have this stuff figured out. And for some of you, the downtime may be a chance here for you to finish up some things too, looking at the Wheel of Fortune before you start this new project or new path that you're taking. But you're going to have patience because you are definitely doing some waiting here. But again, you have that guidance around you. You're being guided to take the right action for sure. Now, again, back to the King of Swords here. I really do feel like for a lot of you, this is you clearly communicating with other people. And I feel like you're very clear. You're being very clear on what it is that you're wanting to do, what you expect to see. But I do think that for some of you, you're either waiting to hear from other people that you're wanting to work with, or these are the people that are supporting you. Either way, they support you. End of story. I like seeing the Three of Cups in this kind of a reading here because that card is a beautiful card. It is celebration. It is, the celebrating with people who support what you're doing. And it looks really good. Now, as far as the soul trees go, clarity, be open, and strength. Clarity, absolutely. Of course you have clarity, which is perfect to see. But when it comes to, being open and having strength, you need to be open to possibly, maybe some different ideas that may be coming from other people. And I kind of feel like that with the Hangman too. Like maybe there's more to see. There's more ideas to hear, But as far as strength goes, right, being able to be strong, especially in the downtime and waiting to see how things are going to develop. Either way, it looks really good and you do have support around you. Now, in terms of relationships, for those of you who are single, romantic feelings and passion looks really good. Really, really good. It looks great. So for some of you, if you're meeting somebody new, those feelings are going to be worth exploring. It looks perfect. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, forgiving and learning, if there were difficulties in the past in a relationship, again, there's a renewal in love. And now is the time to move forward with forgiveness. But, make sure that you are forgiving yourself too. Whether it's forgiving yourself for mistakes you may have made because, we fuck up sometimes, or needing to forgive, yourself for allowing the other person to hurt you in that way. Either way, I feel like, both of you, if you are in a relationship here, are learning from the situation and you're learning to move forward with forgiveness. So it looks good. Relationships look good. What you're working toward looks good. And damn it, now is the time. Now is the time to have that renewal in love in what you're doing and for the people in your life.